Welcome to this week's Week in Review video. Roman, what are we going to be talking about?
Markets, stock buybacks, orange vanilla Coke, and the Super Bowl.
And I've got a special topic of my own since this week's light. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay. Welcome to this week's All About Your Benjamins Week in Review and Weekly Mixtape. As you can see, I've got Roman and Leo here with me. We just got back from Leo's game. Leo, how'd you do?
Good.
How many points did you have?
8.
8 points as a kindergartner. And did we win?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't keep score, but we won. So I have the boys helping me today talking about this week's articles about what may or may not be impacting your financial plan. It's a light week, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Roman, what's up first?
Market.
So the stock market, we always touch on this. I always harp about being a long-term investor, but this is something that I know you all are watching and care about, so I wanted to touch base on it. And really my commentary this week is, the last couple weeks have been optimistic. There's been a lot of positive news coming out of the markets, and this week we're back on the negative. So we've got what was risk on and risk off is kind of the terms that have been used. Risk off was kind of this week's term. Wasn't a horrible week, but just the tone of the market, the news was more on the negative side. I bring this up just to encourage you to try to tune out as much news as possible. Don't check your investments all the time, and definitely don't be making changes to your portfolio based off of 1 week's news. So the markets didn't have a good week this week. Who knows what next week has in store for us? Roman, what's next?
Stock buybacks.
So we'll stick with stock buybacks. There is some conversation coming out of Washington, D.C. about trying to restrict the amount of stock buybacks that companies can do. So real quick, a stock buyback is just a company may choose to deploy extra capital that they have to buy back some of their own stock. And the argument is that this is a way for the rich and ultra-rich to continue to make themselves wealthy. CEOs and executives continue to buy back the stock, driving up the stock price, which is good for them and not for the rest of us. I have linked to a lot of articles down below, a couple articles below in the mixtape. I don't want to give my commentary, my opinion of this. These Week in Review videos are really about news and telling you what's going on. So there's going to be continued conversation. This is going to be probably something we'll hear about as the elections come up, about trying to restrict stock buybacks. I think that this is something where you have politicians who may not really understand how stock buybacks work and why they happen and what ends up happening. There is some truth about the narrative, but I also think there could be some unintended consequences. Check the articles down below in the mixtape to learn more about the implications of restricting stock buybacks and what that might mean to the overall big picture, and not just pay attention to the news headlines that are being used for political reasons more than anything. Leo, what's next?
The orange vanilla Coke.
Orange vanilla Coke. What? That has nothing to do with your finances. Exactly. Sometimes it's good to move away from this stuff and find some frivolous stuff that doesn't matter. So Coca-Cola has come out that they're releasing their first new flavor since 2007, and it's going to be orange vanilla Coke. We don't drink very much Coke, so I'm not overly excited about this, but I saw this and thought it was kind of interesting. Tastes good? Yeah. I wonder how they settled on this flavor. The last flavor they brought out was vanilla Coke. So do you think you would like orange vanilla Coke?
Yeah, because I love orange.
You love orange? Leo, would you like it?
No.
No? I think you would. Anything sweet you like. You've got the sweet tooth like your dad. So orange vanilla Coke, be on the lookout for that. We won't be drinking it, but hey, more power to you if you like it. What's up next?
Super Bowl!
So last week I told you that I was rooting for the Patriots. In Indiana that's unheard of. We don't root for the Patriots here. But the reason I wanted them to win is because they get so much hate for being greatness. And I'm in the camp of when you see greatness, you need to respect it, appreciate it, because it doesn't come around a lot. So as we know, who won?
Patriots. Tom Brady's a worst of all time.
Worst of all time.
He talks to us before the game.
Okay, so I don't know what these guys are talking about, but the Patriots won, so that's your update. I'm sure you already knew that, but we touched on it last before. These guys wanted to watch it and enjoyed watching some of it. It was actually kind of a boring game, so just thought I would bring that up. And finally, the last topic has nothing really to do with the news, but since this is a short Week in Review video with not a lot of news, I just want to take a moment and just talk about balance. So one of the things that I try to encourage people to think about when they're thinking about their financial planning and long-term planning is to strike balance between preparing for the future and preparing and enjoying today. So this may not be something a lot of financial advisors necessarily agree with, but I'm in the camp and I believe that you can structure your financial plan, especially if you're a younger person, because I think we're going to be living longer, which means we might work longer, to prepare for the future, prepare for colleges, prepare for retirement, but also make sure that you take the time to enjoy time with your family. So whether that be finding time to go to Pacer games or Indy 11 games or take vacations, you can do that and you can plan for retirement and for college. So I just wanted you to think about, if you're in that camp of, I've got to save for the future and sacrifice today. Unfortunately, as I've gotten older, whether it's experience with clients or just experience with people that I know, unfortunately life is not fair. So what good is it to have all of this mass, wealth amassed that you don't ever get to spend because life has different plans for you. So don't be frivolous and don't plan, but don't stress out over getting everything ready for retirement today, because there are a lot of variables outside of just saving that can change your financial plan that will allow you to live today. So get off my soapbox, but I just want people to think about building balance into their life, whether it's balance for financial planning and finances and saving, but also balance amongst your time with family. So so balance. So just think about balance, how you can implement that in your life and in your financial plan, and talk to your financial advisor about how can you make sure that you're living today and enjoying today and having good experiences, but also preparing for the future. So that's it for this week's video. Boys, thanks for helping me out. Did you have a good time?
What the score was?
Yes, tell them the score.
It was 13-3.
13-3 on the Super Bowl.
Rams lost.
Rams lost. We're bringing that back up as the wrap-up. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Justin Castelli to stay up to date on everything all about your Benjamins, and we will let you get to your weekend. So thanks for watching, and have a good week.
Bye, Robin.